Hi, I'm Rex Navarrete, professional stand-up comic since 1989. How do you spot a Filipino in the wild, I'd say, and growing up in the States? How do you find a Filipino just right? I have a Pinoy sense, it's like a sixth sense. You know who's Pinoy, right? Just by the way we stand and our faces go. And this is my favorite one. This is how Pinoy dudes always just say hello to each other. Just that, that's amazing. It's like the whole face smiles, You get a smile here, and then you get a smile in the eyes and the eyebrows, all at the same time. I love that, right? And you can get their attention, of course, internationally. You can spot any Pinoy, even if they're hiding out, if they're pretending to be another race or another culture, You just go, "Sst," and then they will look. They will look no matter what. They will fight it with every cell in their being to not look. I walk around America with a nice, tire and just deflate it every now and just and see how many Pinoys, just come out of the woodwork. Right? That's how you separate the Pinoy workers at the Thai restaurant you're eating at, right? Oh my God, you're in a Filipino neighborhood in America when for some reason you smell garlic and vinegar coming out of someone's window, right? And you can tell it's a Pinoy house because of multicolors going on, like orange, green, and white. These are Irish colors. I don't know why we decorate our homes like that. But everyone's got a Toyota Corolla or Camry in the front, and our Christmas lights are still up. It's July. We still have our Christmas lights up. Well, Filipinos are everywhere, and that's one of the cool things about, no matter where you go, like if it's the States or Canada or Europe, we're everywhere. We're taking over the world. It's the truth, right? Yeah, we're taking over the world. It is Operation Marites at its best. How did that happen? Where did we get the ability to just point with? Because we're always carrying stuff, and you always need a free hand to point. But I don't know. Maybe just. And it's funny that if you're pointing to an object and it's nearby with your lips, you point with your lips. You have to accompany it with a sound. Yeah. So if it's right here, just right there, right? Yes. But if it's far away, yeah. So you have to extend the sound. That's amazing. That's what I tried, right? So, like, where do you live? So yeah, that's about 4 blocks away. That's a 4 block away sound. It connotates distance. If something's behind you, right there. So there, just reverse lips. That's what I'm saying. Reverse lips. And you can also tell a Pinoy in America or anywhere in the world, if they're pushing themselves through a crowd, they need to get through a really big crowd, they will put their hand out and say, excuse me, with the hand out. And I found out this is the sharpest thing in the universe, because if you don't get out of the way, we will cut you in half. I don't know, my titas would always do this whenever, they gotta walk in between me and the TV show that I'm watching. Excuse me. It's like, you're just covering more to the TV than I want to see, tita. So please, just streamline yourself instead of this. That does not make you invisible, by the way, when you do that. Excuse me. It just makes you bigger. That's all I'm saying. A lot of my friends in the States would never understand why we always had to take off our shoes and leave them, right at the entrance of the house for some reason. And it's so hard to explain to them. I never knew. No, my parents never even told me why. We had to take off our shoes and leave our shoes right there by the entrance, by the door. But if you look in my house, I grew up in a house where everything was covered in plastic. The carpet was covered in plastic. Even the hard tile floor was covered in plastic. Why did we need to take off our shoes? It's not like we're gonna get anything dirty because it's all covered in plastic, right? Everything. Even our statue of the Virgin Mary was covered in plastic, but I cut a hole for her mouth so she could breathe. That's the Pinoy thing. Everything's got to have plastic on it. I can't even go to a bookstore here. I want to read a book, but it's wrapped in plastic. Every book. Why? Do wet people come into the fully booked? And what? Every book has to be waterproof? Come on, fully booked. Seriously? Who shops at your place? Aquaman? Hey, this is Rex Navarrete, inviting you to one of my favorite comedy shows coming up here in the Manila. It is Hella Blue at the Music Museum this Saturday, March 12th at 7 p.m. There in the Green Hills area. This is me and my favorite local comics from Comedy Manila, Mr. Alex Calleja, GB Labrador, and James Caraan, and it's hosted by Nace Cruz. So this is going to be an amazing event produced by the Ateneo High School Class of 1991, Section H, in cooperation with Blue 8791 and Tatagasul for the benefit of Tulong Dunong Scholarship. So we're trying to raise money for some really deserving scholars for Ateneo High School. So please come join me, my fellow comics. Again, this is Rex Navarrete. For all information, go to my website, rexnavarrete.com. But I'll see you this Saturday, March 12th at the Music Museum for Hella Blue.